So guys, onions, shallots and a mail call. Quick look at my garden as well. I bought these shallots. Last year I did 2 lots of shallots. Now, only problem I found is that they don't last as long as I'd like. So I'm only doing 1 lot this year. And these will produce between 4 and 7 shallots for each one. I don't know how many there is in there. There must be 30 or so. So I'll use them up first. I like them for cooking and salads as well. They're really nice tasted. I really do like them. I don't pickle them because I've looked at price at buying the stuff for pickling, and it's just not economically feasible. You know what I'm saying? Might do it at a later date, but you never know. But these ones are longer. And the onions, I'm guessing these are Stuttgarter. There's actually no name on them as such, just Steckswiebeln, which Steckswiebeln is sets. So they're a white one, but the white ones tend to store well. So I got a slightly bigger bag. These, I always start them in cells. I'm sure you've seen a lot of other people doing them in cells now. Reason being is that if they don't fire, they don't go in ground. Therefore, it's using space more economically. Just got a mail call this morning, which I weren't expecting, from Mr. Dale Calder. I'll put a link to his channel if you don't know it. I'm sure you do, but if you don't, check it out. Great channel, really nice person, and he does some wonderful things. He's got a cabin and his garden, and in winter he goes in his cabin and does some cooking in there and stuff like that. Lots of cooking at the moment. Obviously it's winter in Canada, but these are really interesting to me. Now, I might have to change my plans slightly or enlarge my garden greenhouse. I do have a undercover space where I can put some more tomatoes, so that's not a problem. Some tomatoes won't go in greenhouse. I guess I can get away with the Crimson Crush outside, so that would free up space. But these are really interesting. Descri Piton, I'm assuming that's a French one, but it says, our earliest tomato. It's been grown and selected for at least 40 years by the Mennonite family in Saskatchewan. I butchered that, didn't I? It came from a seed survey in northern Alberta, so these are really early tomatoes that work in the cold north, so therefore they should work here in Switzerland, although it's not as cold here as it is there, if you know what I mean. And just the other day, Todd Emerson, we mentioned he's got some Blue Hubbard squash seeds, what he's going to send me, but these are the big ones. But this one is a baby Blue Hubbard, so that's like a portion size one. It's a smaller one at the same variety, so that'll be interesting as well for me. I'm going to make more space for squash this year. I have 3-4 types now that I'll be growing. And King of the North pepper, another good one for me, because this is a bell pepper, but it's a very earliest bell pepper, and basically an early one is good for me, so I'll make space for that in the greenhouse. And another tomato, which is a beef tomato, again a big early Nova Scotia heirloom. All these are called climate fast ripening, so to me they're perfect. And I'm going to give these a try, and I'll give a quick look at garden. Nice to be nice. Oh, bugger!
Hey, did you say a naughty word?
So what we're doing now is we're filling these up, and we're going to get the onions in. And Mia's going to show me how to plant onions.
Yay! Eat this. It's healthy for you.
It's good for plants, not good for Poppy. So these are onion sets, what I've got. I'm going to go through and look for the best. and see how we go. These
This
are
is a really pointy one.
yeah, that's a pointy one. These are 40 trays, so I've got enough for 120 onions here, and then I've got some more trays. Another tray what I can use for the shallots. And now we're going to plant them.
Yeah, we're gonna play them like a thumb.
Like a thumb.
Like this.
Pointy side up.
Yes.
Pointy side up and flat side down.
Yes.
Right, then you're the boss.
Yay!
Get on with it. The bigger ones. You don't have to bury them all the way in.
Wee.
That's it. Canal like that.
Wee.
And what we'll do then is I'll put them on these boxes. I'll just leave them on tops of these trays, on tops of these tubs, to let them get rooted. And what don't shoot, then obviously won't go into the garden. So there were no soft ones, and we ended up planting smaller ones anyway. We just didn't quite get 3 trays, so there's
one that has 8 and 2 are full.
yeah, we got 2 full, so there's 8. There's about 112 onions there, so we'll see what comes of that. Has it got 8? No, there's 9. There's 111. So see what comes of that. We'll get the shallots in. And I just did a mix. All it is perlite and the compost. There's no food in it. These are just wanting to root, that's all. And we'll do the shallots, and then I'll just leave them in here. I will give them a water. This is really dry. I'll fill that up with shallots.
You didn't mix good.
But I will give these a quick water. That's all they'll have, because these need a water anyway. So there's 27 shallots. I should get over 100 shallots back off that. Just swallowed a fly. But yeah,
Dylan swallowed a fly too.
did he? Yeah, that's good. Protein. So that's that. The onions are on for this year. Obviously, I started some in grow room last year, but I'll do them in the greenhouse this year. I just thought I'd show you this. This is literally happening last couple of days, because it has been quite unseasonably warm. The snowdrops were out. Oh, crocus have started to come out now. It even gets more spectacular than this as it goes. Although we're going to be back to cold weather next week, and we might even get some more snow next week. I mean, it's still winter in reality for us. I thought that's rather nice. There's a few bees out. It'll help the bees, I suppose, at the moment. And as you can see, all the catkins are out on the hazel. And that's weather has been so good. I've started prepping these beds a bit. All I've done is pull the weeds out and give them a quick rake. I ended up pulling out the broccoli and cauliflowers. I pulled some of the purple sprouting out. They weren't looking the best. I'm going to see how they go. But as I say, all I've done is rake these. These are no dig beds. I don't dig any of these beds. The only time I've ever dug any of them is when I've had what do you call them? Yak on in them. Even potatoes I've done it past, I haven't dug them deep. I've done them no dig style. Although I won't be having any potatoes in the beds this year. I'm still not finished. Still got them two. That's a finish. I've got to pull. There's a lot of couch grass in that one. That were a new bed last year. So, or a year before. Might be a year before, but I'm still getting a bit of couch grass coming up through sides, and the voles don't help with that. But everything else I've sort of got done. This will be my carrot bed this year. It is quite a high bed anyway, so I'll see how them sweet candle go in that. I've got to measure them all out. I'm going to measure them and do a proper plan of these, and it just gives me an idea for what I've got, because I think I'm going to need a bigger garden as you've seen from the mail call. But I've still got a bit to do. Weather's going to be good for the rest of this week, and I'll just try and get all weeds out and get them sort of partly prepped. My compost, that's my compost this year. I want to be using at least 10 litres in each of my potato buckets. I don't want to put it in the buckets yet, due to if it rains it will wash all goodness out of it. So, but when that's empty, I'll put what's left, spread it evenly above on them beds, and give that a turn. And if you did make it this far, then thank you for watching. Again, thumbs up if you do like, thumbs down if you don't. Please check these two links out, Dale's and Todd's. And as always, leave a comment. It's nice to be nice.